As a kid, I remember everyone hating on Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man.
Who are you?
You know who I am.
A loser.
But I'm here to say no more. This man does not deserve it.
This will not stand!
Let's dive straight into Amazing Spider-Man 1. This movie actually gets into Peter's parents a bit. Hey, Andrew Garfield shows off the Riz only 5 minutes in. This guy is the Rizzler.
The amazing Rizzler yapping here.
Peter really called this guy Eugene and then walked forward as if he wasn't going to get hit by this roid-raging monster. Is it just me, or could Andrew Garfield play Anakin? Uncle Ben can box?
Come on, I know a right cross when I see one.
This movie goes unorthodox with its villain pick. It picks the Lizard, and I love that. Emma Stone plays Gwen Stacy in this movie. I'm just going to let Jonah Hill explain how I feel about that.
Loving to work with such an amazing actress, I love spending time with you.
All right, let's do this one last time.
I'm a man who attracts spiders. I am Spider-Man. Peter gets bit by the spider, but didn't know it was laced with minis, so he gets violated on a train. Psych, he actually gets Ultra Instinct. Oh nah, the spider ejaculated on Peter? But then Peter makes this goofy ass catch.
What is that?
Peter hits the nastiest dunk I've seen this year. Uncle Ben tries to cock block Peter. No wonder he gets shot. Rest in peace, Uncle Ben. Andrew saves it though, the unspoken Riz in this lip bite. Why didn't Jesse Pinkman do this? I don't know why, but I'm not a fan of this Uncle Ben. The writing just makes him seem more antagonistic than he usually is. Uncle Ben sees this guy with a gun, so he yells at him and then full sprints into him, getting shot in the process. This death was deserved.
Remember, with no power comes no responsibility.
This origin is pretty tough. I like the darkness of this Spider-Man. We get this really cool first-person swing scene and the reveal of the suit, which I actually really like. This suit just fits the movie like perfectly. Spider-Man is pretty funny in this movie.
Is that a knife? Is that a real knife?
Yes, it's a real knife.
My weakness, it's small knives.
Peter gets invited to Gwen's house.
It should have been me, not him!
Unlike MJ, Gwen wanted to fuck Pete before he was Spider-Man. I'm a sucker for moments where citizens get to see Peter Parker is Spidey, but Tobey did it the best. This scene is amazing and very similar to the dinner scene with Tobey and the drive scene with Tom Holland. This scene in the sewers is plus so much aura. Of course, Peter has his name on the camera he uses as Spider-Man. Fighting in the school was a great choice, and I love the choreography here. Spider-Man actually moves like a spider. Spider-Man kills Gwen here.
I'm gonna throw you out the window now.
A classic Stan Lee cameo.
Una buena persona hace la diferencia.
I feel like this happens in Spider-Man media all the time, where he finds the villain's lair and then all the important info is just laid out on the desk with the recording telling Spider-Man their whole plan. We get one more Lizard versus Spider-Man fight, which are probably the best parts of this movie. The Captain's death feels way more important than Uncle Ben's in this movie. This is a really good Spider-Man ending where Spider-Man has to sacrifice to Peter Parker for Spider-Man because the Captain asked Peter to leave Gwen out of his life. Yeah, he definitely follows that.
A few moments later.
Yeah, but those are the best kind.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man.
Let's
What the
begin
fuck, man?
Peter finally gets Aunt May some eggs, but it took the whole movie and you only brought 20 eggs? I would have at least gotten the 60 egg box from Walmart. The beginning of the movie isn't the greatest, but I really like the middle and the end a lot. This movie has hella aura and it's like super dark. It separates itself from the other two because of that. And this movie has the best love interest I've covered on the channel so far for Spider-Man. It has some great fights, some great music, but Uncle Ben feels really unimportant to the story. And when he is important to the story, he feels like an antagonist. But the verdict is in. 7.5 out of 10 movie. It's definitely not the best Spider-Man, but it's definitely not the worst or even a bad Spider-Man. And the verdict on Gwen is she gets a 1 on the toxic scale. She has the toxicity levels of a peanut. Every time she's around Peter, she's too horny to even be toxic.
She was totally giving you the fuck me eyes.
Okay, fuck it. We're talking about Amazing Spider-Man 2. We get Peter's father's backstory in the beginning, but he's in a plane crash and he definitely didn't survive this.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on.
Jamie Foxx is so goofy in this movie.
That's why you're here. You noticed my Riz?
This movie really does not have the same aura the last one did. This one feels way more upbeat. At this part, I turned the movie on Chinese audio and turned English captions on, so I watched it in sub. But for real though, Gwen really a W for this scene.
You're Spider-Man. But I love that. But I love Peter Parker more.
But then turns Russian.
I break up with you.
This movie says amazing a lot. Why did they argue about who gets to do Peter's laundry? Ryan from The Office. Jamie has the goofiest origin story, but what do you expect from this guy? Even friend-zoned Andrew's Riz shines through. The rivalry between Spidey and Electro feels so forced in this film.
This baby Gronk edged so hard that he turned into blue balls.
Yes, but I'm Sigmund.
This slow motion shot is dope. Electro turned off my Fortnite game. I like this actor, but I just feel he misses the actual feeling of being Peter's bro in this movie. Every scene, he just acts like a villain already. Aunt May likes her Game Boy.
You're my boy. As far as I'm concerned, you're my boy.
I really don't care about Peter's parents' storyline in this movie at all. Peter's dad says,
Without my bloodline,
Sin.
this movie constantly bounces from storyline to storyline. You have Peter's dad's story, Gwen's story, Harry's story, and Electro's story. Oh no, I have to get this shirt off me. Electro throws up on Peter. Andrew Garfield has great acting in these two movies. As soon as Electro is beaten, Green Goblin shows up, perfect timing. I don't know, I just don't like this Green Goblin look. This scene is really cool, but Gwen unfortunately dies, so Toby up one zip. I've always thought the suit in this movie looks like it could be bought from Walmart. I would say this movie has good music, cool fights, and is really fun if you turn your brain off. I think they shouldn't have had Peter's dad's storyline in the movie because it really didn't provide much to the story, and it just helps this movie feel really disjointed. And Electro's whole plot is that he's Bilal Muhammad and you can't remember the name. Also, I don't like Green Goblin much in this movie. I do like Gwen's death storyline, and I think No Way Home ends it great, but it's an okay movie. I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. The worst live action Spider-Man movie, but I still did enjoy it. My rating for Gwen will not change. I don't think she really causes any problems in the relationship, and she's really loyal, so not toxic. But Sony is though. Even though I like Amazing Spider-Man 1 and enjoy Amazing Spider-Man 2, Andrew still deserves so much better than these. For all the passion he had for it, and he's known as the worst Spider-Man now, he was actually a great Spider-Man. He just didn't have great movies. I do really like Amazing Spider-Man 1 though. When I was making this video, I told someone I was making a video on Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, and they said, oh, isn't that the bad one? Toby is the GOAT. We all know that. We're all reasonable men here. But Andrew had all the tools to be the GOAT of Spider-Man. Instead, he was caught in this legal battle to try to keep Spider-Man with Sony, and that's what ended up tarnishing his reputation as Spider-Man. From now on, I do not want anyone saying Andrew Garfield was a bad Spider-Man. I don't think we've ever had a bad live-action Spider-Man. I mean, I think Tom Holland's mid as fuck. I don't think he's necessarily bad. I just don't think he really does anything. Go ahead and like up, subscribe up. We are almost at 1,000 subs. At 1,000 subs, you know, we got a big surprise coming for you boys. It's coming. I don't even know what the surprise is yet. Making it up on the spot, but it'll be huge. It'll be great. So go ahead, go ahead and subscribe, and that's the video. Watch one of these other videos that pop up on screen. They're good. They're great. You know, go ahead and check out the last video I made on MJ from the Spider-Man Tobey Maguire series. It's a great video.